This podcast is brought to you by the couchcommentators.shop. Help support the channel by purchasing your Couch Commentators merchandise using the link below.
Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world, also known as the number one podcast, punting podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. James and Dan by my side, as usual. Gentlemen, how are we? How was your weeks? Great weekend of punting, James and Dan.
Look, I sort of... You're alluding to us winning the multi.
Yeah.
I was the only one to not actually hit my bet, though. Ran down second,
yeah.
and that was the closest I got to fucking enjoyment all week.
That's a bit sad.
It has been miserable. Played some really shit golf yesterday. Had fun, but played shit golf. I've ended up with the second bruise on the bottom of my right foot in the space of like a month, and I don't know how or when. I swear it wasn't sore this morning, but now the fucking ball of my right foot, like under there, that's sore.
I've been coming into your room late at night and just...
I generally think someone's bashing my foot in the middle of the night, man. Obviously the cricket. Jeez.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
I wasn't smart enough to prepare black shoes, but wearing all black is just mourning my life.
Okay, well, tough times. We move to someone who's more happier, more energetic at the moment. Dan, mate, how was your week?
Oh, yeah, fantastic, mate. Look, I can start off with a great night on Thursday night. Fuck, man, that was horrific. There was no football on Thursday night whatsoever.
Yeah.
Then, fucking had a pretty chill weekend, just lazing around as usual, as I always do.
I've heard the sleep has been great lately.
Oh, the sleep pattern. Mate, the last month has been fucked. I'm being honest.
Any doctors reach out?
We're going to sleep at like 8 a.m., but that's neither here nor there.
Bro, I'm waking up at like 4 a.m. to go to work. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Currently in the process of trying to fix that, but yeah. And
this is why the podcast came out late.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is the real reason.
2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row.
And, it's getting cold. Pulled out the fucking Ugg boots.
Oh, mate. It's let me tell you, it's getting fucking cold. Waking up, as I said, 4 a.m. It was like 1 degree. My window was frosted. I played a game of like window down, right window down, and just drive. And like, I've got my windscreen wipers trying to like fucking fend off the frozen ice. But I know if I can get to Narella Road, I don't need to see. I just got to drive straight. So just, God takes the wheel for the first like 100 meters. And then I get there and we're good.
You've only got 2 turns until you get onto the Western Road.
Yeah.
Follow that till
the
you get
Western
on the
Road, Northern, yeah.
Northern Road, whatever it is.
It's one of the directions.
Yeah. But how's my weekend and week been? Obviously, Thursday was the best night of all nights. Getting to pump those fucking dragons over there. Other than that, weekend.
Fucking halfback is retarded.
Fucking that's mean to Lycan King to you.
He's now 5'8".
Oh, okay, yeah. Other than that, had a pretty quiet weekend. Just went to gym as per usual. Did some groceries, and recently I hate to admit it, but I've been watching a chick TV show with Ashley. It's called Ginny and Georgia, guys. Shout out Ginny and Georgia on Netflix. It's look, it's hooked me in, so I guess, but it doesn't take much for me, honestly.
Brenda's gone back to his roots. He used to be a Gossip Girl, and I think
Pretty Little Liars was a fucking good show, guys.
Did you get into Gilmore Girls with Mum?
No, I don't think so.
And this is why he's single.
Well, look, you think,
no, this is him advertising.
This is the advertisement. If you girls want someone who's going to watch a show with you, DM Dan. Okay.
Please.
Now,
I'll fall asleep during it.
Number one punting podcast in the world, and some may say the nation and world.
Yeah, that's definitely how the saying goes.
We won. Our accountability, we all were fucking on hot to trot form. James, unfortunately, getting a second place, but you did lead with predominantly
10 meters to
go. I won on Cool Archie paying $4. Lucas won on Saban paying $4.20, and Dan, you won $6.50, the biggest of the lot.
Got a bit of a floozy there, didn't
I?
Bit of a floozy.
Some great wins all round. Cool Archie, what a horse. Saban just flew home so strong. Dan Torres, I seem to forget how you won, but you fucking did it. Good job all round. And then obviously James getting the place as well. We get the multi up, paying $18.14. Mate, if you followed us, if you were at home and have been following along for how many weeks, but you've stuck through, you would have won a mozza.
Hey, this
fucking
is
mozza.
this is the digging for diamonds meme.
Yeah.
Whoever left,
People jumped off us last week.
people jumped off. I know Deshaun would have stayed true.
Yeah, he stayed true. He
Wherever he is out there in the
in
world.
financial debt and like have
Not
like
anymore.
that many credit cards. But yeah, now he'd be like a mansion millionaire. So good stuff. Obviously gamble responsibly. 1-800-858-858. But next week we're going for back-to-back glory, Dan, mate. NRL talk, gentlemen, but first we get into our Origin prediction, because as this comes out, hopefully we've got it out on the Wednesday this week, and Origin will be on tonight, so we'll be predicting the future. Gentlemen, James, we're going to go for your man of the match.
Man of the match. You know what? A couple of Tigers fans listening to this are going to really love this. I do love storylines. I love storylines. I think Luai was very good last year in a team that was like Moses's. He now comes into a team that's Cleary's. Like, we already won the first game, but wouldn't it be poetic if he comes in, gets the job done, and goes, hang on, why was I the first one to get dropped out? Just the immediate drop.
It's crazy that now, because of both players have played with Moses, they've both won in Suncorp, you know?
Yeah.
Their record, like, together hasn't been too crash hot, so we'll see, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Moses' stocks go right up if we lose this series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Dan, man of the match.
Wow. I'm going to go... Oh, fuck. Tuffy.
Oh, fuck, Tuffy. I don't think he's playing.
I think he's on 18th, man. I'll go Nathan Cleary to finally pull his finger out in Origin.
Oh, he's going to... Not just his figure, his schlog is going to come out, as Aiden would say. He's going to flop that on the table. For me, I'm going to go second row. I'm going to go Angus Crichton. I think he's going to have a field day. He's going to score maybe 2 or 3. That's my
that was my first pick, but I picked him for the last game.
Yeah,
I was like,
and then like after he gets like his third try, he sticks his fucking knuckle up. He's okay, first try scorer, James, mate. Who you picking first try scorer?
Look, might be a bit cheap going the winger, but I'm gonna go. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna pair my bets together. So we'll go Toto.
All right, yeah, nice. Dan, mate, first try.
From Mitbra.
I'll go the easy option, just go Lomax. So
yeah,
lock
the
that
only
in.
reason I did it because if I think Jerome Luai's going to be man of the match, it's got to go down the left.
Yeah. Well, Jerome Luai won't be passing left, so unfortunately,
shit,
he just steps back in.
Yeah.
That's where he's going to get the man of the match. Okay, so now we've got man of the match. We've gone first try scorer. Now we're going to pick the scores and who wins. Obviously, well, like 6-1, we win. But James,
unless Spaniard does another video.
I think our record in Perth is really good, and it might be helped by that one game where like Turbo and Trell scored a bajillion tries each.
Was that the 2021 Turbo?
Yeah, but I think we win comfortably. I think Queensland's a bit in disarray.
Sacking your captain, you fucking losers.
So
does that?
I'll go New South Wales 22-4.
24, okay. Yeah, mate.
Look, the last 2 games we've had in Perth, we've absolutely humped them into the core of the earth. So I think it's going history is going to repeat itself, and we're going to hump them into the core of the earth for a third time. It's going to be 42-12.
I hope so.
That's a big one. That'll like really pander into my Angus Crichton get a hat trick. I will go maybe. What did you go? 24.
I went 22-4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 24-8. Yeah. Again, so 3 of those tries are going to be Angus Crichton. Maybe no goals will be kicked again. I don't know.
The balls, trust me.
Yeah, the balls. Yeah.
So if my score happens, I'll be walking around like this for a fucking week.
Oh, yeah, mate. like Queenslanders won't know what hit them if we won that.
But they'll still be
series.
Queenslanders.
I'll be
They'll
buying
still be
tickets to the Dead Rubber if that happens.
I will as well. I would really want to see a dead rubber where we just get to pound them again. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be nice.
Just blokes pounding blokes.
Yeah. Great stuff, gentlemen. Hopefully, not hopefully. Just comment down below when we've won this, guys. We've already won. We're so confident with the cricket as well. That went well
Yep.
for us. We'll get to that later. All right, that's the Origin done. But we get into the NRL talk, and as usual, guys, I ask you who impressed you this week. Dan, mate, I'll ask you first.
Who impressed me? Back. Probably the Dolphins, eh?
Yeah.
They've just fucking. I don't know what's gotten into them.
They're fucking red hot at the moment.
There's something in the water up at Redcliffe, honestly.
Isaiah Katoa killing it.
There's an
Yeah.
argument they've got the most informed centre and halfback.
Yeah.
Herbie.
Herbie's killing it, mate. Killing it. Their last 3 games, they've beat their like point scoring record, like their most
Yeah.
points they've had. So if that's not saying something, I don't know what it is, honestly.
How many DMs do you reckon Cody Nicarima got?
DMs.
Yeah, saying thank you.
Oh yeah.
I seen a lot that he ruined people's multis.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought more people would have had Herbie than not.
Yeah.
True. Maybe yeah, fucking always scoring at the moment. So
Yeah.
The best jug time try I've ever seen. When your 5'8" just passes you the ball to keep the record going so he can catch Hero.
While you're standing
While-
in the end goal.
Hero's injured for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Fuck. But he'll still come back and score a try. So
Yeah,
that's all
I
right.
like how he put all the effort into it to dive for the try as well.
Yeah.
Like he didn't put the ball down; he dove as
Yeah.
well.
It was pretty hot stuff. Okay, James, mate.
Who impressed me? You know what? I had them down the bottom of the ladder this year. I thought they were going to struggle, but they keep turning up. Maybe Trent Robinson can coach. I don't agree with a lot of his decisions. Don't agree with the decision that he made for the team list this game until Walker got injured. But the Roosters, they just keep getting it done. Like, sure, Knights aren't a great team, but just another win without all their players in Origin. They're in a great spot to make the 8, where I didn't give them a chance.
Yeah, it has been. The young fellas just stepping up. That what's his name? Celesi
Fekete.
yeah.
Yeah.
That try, he's got a future ahead of him, that kid. But
Well,
yeah,
that's now 3 games where a baby Roosters has got to win. They beat Penrith, they beat you guys, and now the Knights.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about our loss. If you like to forget that one. But yeah, look, the game obviously. That last try, there's a bit of debate on whether it was try or not.
I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
He obviously knocked it on. Like, it rolled down his arm.
If it was like just in the field of play, like that's a fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a knock-on.
No,
That's it, knock on.
Only a week ago, I saw Bird drag a ball back to his own goal.
But yeah, look, not happy some people, but Roosters fans are happy. And as you said, another win for the baby Roosters. So good stuff for them. For me, it's hard to go past the mighty Cronulla Sharks with the biggest comeback this season. I don't know. I'm just making that stat up, but
It's almost definitely not true about the Bulldogs have come back by 20.
But
and the Dragons only scored 18.
down 18-6 at halftime. Dragons in the fucking the seat to win this game. And look, they want to fucking show because they came out and just didn't have anything, honestly. I'm sure Dan's going to get into it when he gets to who let him down. But I was impressed by our fight back after the last 2 humpings we've got. So it was good to see the boys get out there and rip and tear. Although Marini Hiroti injured, so now I'm guessing Talakai is just going to be our centre, which, look, honestly, probably better than Marini Hiroti. Let's fucking be honest.
Spewing that I brought in Hiroti.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. But great game and good to get the home win. The fans would have been pumped. What else can I say? King Kyle, that guy, he impressed me. Me and Shane, that guy, well. Look, Dan's looking very angry, so I'm going to go to who let him down.
Oh, fuck. Where the fuck do I start, honestly?
Manly Seagulls. Let me.
That's mine.
The fucking Newcastle guys.
Uh,
Obviously, like the Dragons let me down as they do fucking every week because they're fucking actually like mentally. Yeah, I just don't know how to explain it anymore.
mentally, yeah.
Like 18-6 at halftime. I wasn't confident at all.
Yeah, Oaksy was fucking put the early crow in the chat.
If Dragons have got this, it's easy win from here. Fuck off, Oaksy.
$4
you fucking
odds.
idiot.
Easy money.
Our best attacking kick that whole night was from a fucking second rower. Was from Luciano Leilua, who kicked it 70 fucking meters down the field.
Not to mention attacking kicks. You guys could fucking catch one for the life of you.
Oh,
When we were
mate.
peppering, like Trindle's kicking game was pretty on point, just fucking bombing it down to your corners. And a lot of repeat sets for us.
Like the ref had some couple fucking fucked calls. I'm sorry, but that ball went fucking 10 meters. That ball went over the fucking 40-meter line and it got batted back.
I see what you're saying, but I also don't think Rabian deserved his 10 in the bin. So let's put it each to our own. I think Rabian, Guffo fucking milked that.
I don't believe that was a 10 in the bin. No.
When he got like tackled to the ground, he kind of surrendered, man. It was more of a surrender than anything. But
that wasn't a 10 in the bin, but yeah, it was. And the person you mentioned from the Dragons, I'm not even gonna fucking mention that drop kick of a fucking human.
Where's this like thing that Matty C keeps posting in our chat came from? Is that this week? He said, I don't know where all the hate's coming from. He's been one of our best players.
Yeah.
Shane Flanagan said that about Kyle.
It must have. It's been this week.
This week, I'm fucking
bro.
So good.
And then everyone in the chat saying that I've been loving Kyle for like the last 14 weeks or whatever it's been. I was like, no, I've been hating this motherfucker for the last 2 months.
King Kyle.
Ever since Lockie Ilias got dropped. Yeah. And guess what? Our New South Wales Cup team, 7 wins in a row with Lockie Ilias at halfback.
That's pretty good.
Kyle Flanagan deserves to be shot into a fucking brick wall.
He's said this multiple times, and I like Kyle. He's a good bloke.
Yeah.
If he wants to jump on the podcast, we'll
kick
Dan
Dan
won't
off.
be here, but there's a seat opened up.
I'll go upstairs and sit in my bedroom.
Bloody King Kyle fucking. James, mate. Who let you down, mate, this week? You can't say Parramatta.
The Manly Seagulls.
Yeah. Easy to say.
For a multitude of reasons. Firstly, because the Titans win and keep on even points with Parramatta. That hurts.
Yeah.
Secondly, because they were dog shit. Like one of the worst defensive efforts I've seen.
Holy.
Thirdly, because that's now like the 3 worst teams in the comp this year. Probably Parramatta, third worst, then it's Newcastle and Titans. That's in the space of a month. Manly have lost to all of them, and by so it was close against Newcastle, but by a score against Para and the Titans.
And people were saying Seagulls could contend this year.
Yeah, and like they were back to pretty much full strength. I know Hopewadi went down, but
yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Honestly, they're just not performing at all. Whether it is the DCE like cloud that's looming over them,
hey, that's the next thing. Like DCE, another week of just being horrible.
Yeah,
like whether like he's disrupted their season, whether he wants to admit it or not, with this whole I'm going to be leaving. Like if he disrupted it, but then just got back into playing good football, nobody would care. But he's playing dog shit.
Playing dog shit. He got dropped by Queensland. He's probably going through it at the moment, honestly. But
like so. My last reason, I had a fun bet on Garrick as for a hat trick. Bit of Supercoach related because I had the VC on him. He still scored 95, ended up taking it.
Not bad.
But he scores 2 tries in the first half, like pretty much solo. Solo's the first one, 100%, just out of hooker. The next one was off a kick or something, wasn't it? DCE refused to give him the ball. The guy's got a hot hand. Like Manly had so much ball in this game, and like found ways not to give it to the guy that scored 2 tries in the first half. Their attack in general was just bad. As soon as they got within 20 meters, which realistically, looking back at it, most of their tries are from like 50 meters out.
Yeah.
So their attacking systems aren't stripping numbers close to the line. Yeah, like DCE's just in career worst form, and I don't think he gets signed.
Yeah.
Super League soon.
He's yeah. And is the old age catching up to him? It's looking like it. It's
Yeah.
looking like it. And I don't know if Roosters are going to put a play out to him when they've already done that with Chad Townsend, thinking he would be good, and
Yeah.
then by the end of the year he was
Like,
dog shit.
and they've got, like the Roosters have got Hugo Savala, like they've got
Yeah.
Sam Walker, they've got fucking
Well,
Sandon.
Sandon's still
Like,
technically
DCE
there, but yeah, he
Was
can
going to get $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, Manly were offering him another contract. Mate, you might want to ask him again. please keep me.
Like, and now,
I wouldn't be keeping him if I was Manly.
Yeah, well, like, when all that, like, contract drama happened,
Yeah.
Manly re-offered him more money, and then he said no to that. So it's
Yeah.
like, maybe go ask them. Maybe hit them up again.
Well, they've signed Fogarty now, so.
True.
yeah. And it's like the last sort of topic on Manly here, and look, it's early, it's stuff, but I think they're a genuine chance of a spoon,
Spooners.
which sounds crazy for a team with the stars that they've got.
DCE, Tom Travojevic,
But we've seen
Ruben Garrick.
Seabold do it before with a club that never fucking got a spoon before.
Yeah.
True. How, like, legendary would that be in his coaching history?
Because they just look disgruntled,
Two clubs to
disjointed.
their first spoon, and then he goes to Melbourne, I reckon, and does it with that. You know
You'd
what?
have to wait till-
Melbourne got a spoon.
Oh, yeah.
It's
They
like
got forced
cheated.
to,
Like
the
yeah.
technicalities,
Cheating
yeah.
fucking dogs. Okay, who let me down? And I'm gonna go to the weather. The weather last night let me down from an uninterrupted game of rugby league. Instead, there was a bit of lightning, bit of thunder. The game got put on pause 8 minutes to go in the first half. And it just actually opened the door for Rabbitohs to come back into the game, because before that, they looked like they were getting fucking fisted.
It was 18-0, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they were getting fucking
They were, in
fucked.
the, they were in the Bulldogs washing machine where it was
Yeah.
just go ball in play, set for set, raining, and yeah, it looked like the Bulldogs were just going to run them into the
Yeah,
ground.
put a 50 on them, but
Yeah.
then it comes out 24-18. So they were lucky with that. I also want a special mention to Nafahu White with the worst play the ball I think I've ever seen. Did you guys
Oh
see
yeah, the
that?
split. He split his boot like in his run, so like it was like flopping down the bottom, and so then he's meant to play the ball, and the bottom of his boot has come off his foot
Yeah,
and hit
hits
the ball forward.
and it like it rolls like a meter forward. Then he has to go and like play the ball again. Like obviously
It was it's comical.
yeah. So that's what let me down this week. It
And
wasn't.
going back to the Doggies Rabbitohs game,
Yeah.
the first triple threat game in NRL history with
Yeah.
with the Storm playing it on a weekend that they had the bye.
Yeah, well, that's pretty crazy. It's definitely getting into that WWE territory.
Storm have the Rabbitohs next week. They just got there a week early.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff as always, gentlemen. Still some more rugby league to talk about. Obviously, this week a shortened
Only for the
round.
Dragons not to let me down.
Actually not shortened. It's actually pretty.
There's
good.
only one game less.
Yeah. We got Sharks versus Broncos, so that'll be nice and Suncorp.
Oh, the Battle of the
The
Spoons.
Spoon Bowl, Eels Titans on the Super Sunday, so that'll be a nice one.
Worst part is like Manly also have a bye, so they'll like it's gonna be rough if
Yeah.
Parramatta lose this.
Oh, Friday nights at
Friday
CTR.
night at Campbelltown. Oh, fuck, we might see a couple of the lads down there.
There's a couple of scared Tiger supporters that have voiced their concern.
Yeah.
Last time the Raiders played here at Piss Down Rain, didn't it?
Yeah, and then I think Raiders come back at the end to win,
Yeah.
which is great to see. Okay, some more stuff that's come across my desk recently. Obviously, we talked about not the Titans, the Dolphins pumping the Cowboys. Another team has joined the 50 club, guys, and the 50 club just keeps growing. There's now 6 teams. Eels on there twice, which is also great.
And we're going to be the first team to win the comp with it.
Yeah. No one's done it once, but if you have two 50s, maybe
They cancel each other
out.
each other out. So we got
because it was preseason the first one, you know.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
trials,
two.
Yeah.
we had Roosters, Eels, Titans, Tigers, Dragons, and Cowboys. Can't win the comp, so
Can't wait for the Sharks
unfortunate.
to get on that fucking
Yeah,
list.
I'm surprised we haven't with the way we played a couple of those games. Like, we're lucky to not get on there. More news that's come across my desk. Obviously, the Knights and Roosters played. Dom Young playing for the Roosters. As soon as that game is finished, he's now a Knight. So it's crazy stuff because I think if he played for the Knights, I reckon it probably gives him more of it. Like, I think they may have won.
I heard a rumor that they were waiting till they played
just
because they didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, and I genuinely think it would have. They only won by the one try. Who's to say having Dom Young, the big, tall fucking winger, scores a try? And when he was playing for the Knights, it felt like he scored more runaway tries.
I want to bring this up though, because I think this is another mismanagement of the roster and the cap at Newcastle. Like, Dom Young makes any team better, but like, you look at the young players that Newcastle have brought into their backline, that McCarthy and the Fletcher Hunt.
It's going all right as well.
Yeah, Schiller's he's probably not full first grade ready, but he's good when he comes in. Then you got Greg Marzio as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think they've got no front rowers next year, and they're buying a fucking winger.
Yeah.
But they also bought a half for like 1 point. How much? 6 mil, whatever.
I think it was 1.8, maybe.
Jeez, yeah. Look, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, you feel for because like Fletcher Hunt, I think Marzu got injured, so they'll be able to put him both. But he probably would have got the fucking flick, to be fair. And he's been playing outstanding for a young fella. But yeah, that's the NRL wrapped up, gentlemen. Unless you got any more NRL topics you want to bring up Cronulla.
I feel like I'm forgetting something, but
yeah. Eels suck.
I feel like I'm forgetting
Dragons
something every week.
Sharks are on top, 5th place. Yes. Eye catchers. Dan, mate, what's your eye catcher this week?
So I believe you guys would have seen this at Rugby League 26, the next Rugby League game.
Yes.
Has finally got a release date, and we're only a month away from it.
That's crazy.
So the Super League actually posted this on their Instagram or their X. Posted the cover of it, but the Australian cover has yet to be announced. Who do you guys reckon will be the cover boy of Rugby League 26?
I had to go past the Crimson Chin, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it's almost guaranteed.
If we're picking like someone, because the games don't come along too often.
Yeah.
So we're talking someone who's been good over the last 4 years, winning premierships.
I think there's only two options. It's him or Reece Walsh,
or Jerome Hughes, I reckon.
Well, he was a Karen Dalian, but
yeah, but
I think it's the Crimson.
Marketability. You got the 4-time Prem,
or the guy who's
the hottest,
more
the
Instagram followers than fucking NRL teams. I think that obviously the game will have better graphics, but it will just be the same fucking mechanism as every other year.
Yeah,
we're still going to cop that $100 buy. So can't wait.
Rumored to be only $80-something, so it's all right. It's all right.
They've gone down in price. Yeah, can't wait. James, your eye catcher.
Look, don't know if this will get talked about by Rang.
Maybe.
Yeah, but JJ Spawn's winning putt in the US Open this morning. Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
No, I haven't.
Look at there, just barely touched it, Dan. JJ Spawn!
So he sinks that to win by one shot. It on a course where there was plenty of complaints about the greens and they were too quick. Obviously, there was a bit of rain around today, so that would have helped a bit with your pace. But if anything, it would fuck you after playing on these greens for 3 days. All of a sudden, you got to deal with a new pace, and then he trains that to win.
That's pretty hard stuff.
Pretty beautiful putt though.
We'll be playing golf soon. I reckon we'll be at some of those ourselves.
I haven't played all year, so we'll see how that goes.
There we go. Okay, my eye catcher. It's over in the United States of America. Shane Van Gisbergen wins the Mexico City Cup in the NASCAR. It was pretty cool to see.
Nice.
It wasn't a like normal NASCAR round and round track. It was like a fucking Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was always gonna fucking win it,
Yeah.
obviously. But
People had to turn right.
yeah, right and left. They're like, what the fuck's going on here, mate? But always good to see the Aussies getting it done.
Even if they're a Kiwi.
Yeah. We claim people, James, and he's claimed. Beautiful stuff. Now, we're going to get into the best part of the podcast brought to us by you. It's the listener questions. We got a couple here, so let's get into it. First one is from Rang. He's asked, favorite pub in the area? Dan, mate, I'll go to you.
So I've got two, you know. You got the pub we basically grew up at,
Oh, good old
the
Roos.
Royal.
Yeah.
And then a new favourite of mine, I've only been recently refurbished, the good old Sherwood.
The Sherwee.
The Sherwood.
Cut.
No, it's the Sherwood. Not the Sherwood.
The Sherwood goes pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. The Royal being Roos Pub as well.
Yeah.
So, it's not bad.
Basically spent all our childhood up there every Saturday.
Playing footy out the front. Then you're watching the footy inside and having a fucking bet.
Yeah.
And a beer. James, mate, yours.
It's hard. It's a very good question and a hard one. Like, do I necessarily enjoy all my time at this place? No, not really. Is it the best place to be at? No. Is it a place where I've probably got the most great memories of nights and wins, losses? The old West Leagues Club.
The West Leagues. That dance floor. Oh.
Yeah. Like, nothing is screaming out that it's great. But but I think of a pub that's core memories. That's the one.
That's the one. It is pretty good. I will, like, obviously Roos Pub, special place in my heart. Love it to the death of me. But I'm gonna go close to West Leeds. I'm gonna go to the Lemire Hotel, and only of recently, I really love the food there. And like, if I'm talking best palmy in the area, that fucking slaps.
In the
honestly.
area, bruv.
So that's what I would lock that in. But other than like just environment, atmosphere, I'm going Roos Pub glory days when the fucking boys were on, we're having a punt, or as James said, West Leagues, hard to go past when you got your mates there. One of my favourite nights was when we had the mystery like rounds. I think we did with maybe it was Jay and Jai and a couple others.
Oh yeah, you just went up and bought whatever you wanted for the table.
Yeah, so you just like each drink is something completely different. It could be like wine, it could be fucking
martinis,
espresso martinis with Jay's fucking go.
So you're basically playing pub golf at one fucking place.
So yeah, that's core memories right there. I would love to know what your favorite one is, Rang. Let us know. Now, the next question. It is one I think we may have answered. Our dream job, gentlemen. Dan, mate, what's your dream job?
Oh, mate, like, you know, you've got so many jobs out there in the world, but I'm just going to go male prostitute.
Yeah. Okay. What?
Yeah, straight to the point.
Which quarter are you standing on? Because make sure I don't drive around that.
There's this one in Oran Park.
Oh, sick.
It's got a red house near it.
Yeah. Sick.
Can't remember what. It might be Arrested Development, and the lawyer drives up and he goes, "You wouldn't happen to be one of those men dressed up as a woman, would you?" "Oh no, honey, this is all natural." And then he just drives off.
Look, it's a promising career for you. I
already got the tits.
Yeah. Well, halfway there. James, mate.
An astronaut.
Astronaut, yeah.
Sports pundit.
What's a pundit?
Get me on Channel 9. I'll fucking teach him something.
Yeah, I reckon so. You got to be better than like fucking Andrew Johns and Freddie Fielder.
Yeah, what do they know? How do they know?
Freddie in the 8 is pretty good.
I don't know if they've seen your dummy from Australia. And like the flick pass, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll go down here.
I'll take Benji's spot.
Me, look, I think I'm just going to go this, mate. If we get this pumping, like we are the fastest growing podcast in the nation, some may say the world, and number one ponting podcast in the fucking nation, some may say the world. Yeah, fuck, this would go well. I think if we get enough money revenue coming through this, I'll be happy. Okay. Now, the next question is from Nodnab. He's back, guys, and I'm happy to hear his questions are back.
This question can fuck up.
This question is it still considered a derby if the other team has won 10 straight? James, I'm going to go to you first. Nodnab, he actually told me he's alluding to the Sharks versus Dragons derby, but it could be any derby. Like, you could, your Bulldogs, Manly, Para Manly.
Power in half the
half
comp.
the comp. Manchester derby, I don't know.
Look, it is because there's such thing as a one-sided rivalry.
Cool, yeah.
You ask Everton fans if they hate Liverpool, and they do, but Liverpool actually still hate Everton.
Yeah.
But Everton's not a competition to Liverpool. And, look, am I alluding to the Dragons possibly not being in reach?
Yeah. Dan, mate, your thoughts on this question?
Wait, what was the question?
Derbies. If your team, say the Dragons had beat a team 10 straight,
That's a really good fucking joke. That's a really good
would
fucking
it still
joke.
be considered a derby? I just it's
Yes, because the other team on the other side of that derby are a bunch of armchair fans that bunch of fucking entitled cunts.
okay.
And yeah, I can't remember what else I was going to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I don't think it is. Like, once you get to 10, I think that's probably where I would cut the line. We have another game, actually, the Sharks vs. Dragons this year, so I think, like, there's a trophy that they're supposed to head back and forth as well. Like, it's pretty sad for the Dragons, honestly. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but not great question. Great question.
No, please go back into the hole you crawled out of.
Okay, all right. Let me tell you that not. Okay, the second best part of the podcast brought to us by you. It's the Speak Pipes. Let's get into it, gentlemen. The first one we have is from the Punting King. Okay.
Kings.
G'day, guys. Lucas here.
G'day.
Now,
Lucas.
I've heard that voice before.
what I've noticed over the last few, weeks and months of me not being there is that Dan's response to asking how his weekend was is always the same. So I just wanted to shoot this through. Hopefully you guys are reading this after, you've completed the podcast almost.
Yeah.
And you leave this in here and Dan doesn't change his answer. But I'm just going to assume Dan says that he had a chill weekend. It's more like this, ready? Yeah, nah, just a chill weekend. Did fuck all pretty much. Yeah. There was no footy on. Yeah, fuck all, eh?
Yeah.
Just chill weekend. Thoughts, opinions, and was I correct?
Yeah.
Not far off.
Yeah, he
Fuck
did.
yourself, Lucas.
I'm pretty sure he said footy didn't happen on Thursday. He did say it was chill weekend. Didn't get up to much. I did bring up the sleep pattern.
But Brandon sort of ruined it. Dad gave a bit more.
A bit more. I did ask for a bit more, and he gave a bit more. But you were pretty spot on there, Lucas. How was your weekend? Oh, damn it, you're not here.
I mean, what else am I supposed to say when I don't do anything on my weekends?
Well, I talk about Ginny and Georgia, so like
I don't do anything, though. That's the thing.
You just spoke like I gamed for fucking 24 hours straight.
I just didn't know.
Okay, Lucas, next speak pipe.
G'day guys, Lucas here for some horse racing news.
G'day.
Seeing as how you guys have become a strictly NRL podcast, I thought I'd hit you up here. Guys, James Cummings, the trainer for
beautiful.
Godolphin. I don't know if you guys knew, but a few weeks ago, the Godolphin head team over in Saudi Arabia/England came out and said that they'll be moving from their one trainer deal in Australia to give their horses. They're going to branch out the trainers there. So think of Animo, think of Tom Kitten, Zardozi. They're not all going to be trained by James Cummings anymore. they will be given to
Wow.
different trainers around the country. So they're moving away from that one trainer brand. Now, James Cummings, who was the trainer for Godolphin Horses, still is until the end of this season, which is in about 2 weeks' time. Start of July, the new season starts. James Cummings is moving to Hong Kong. He's taken up a massive deal over there. So he'll be earning, the big bucks over in Hong Kong for a few-year training deal over there. Huge news for James Cummings, the grandson of legendary trainer Bart Cummings. This will continue.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. So good to have the horse review. Like, we get the soccer review from Hayden. Now we've got the horse review from Lucas. It's good stuff.
Expect more of that.
Yeah, I want more of this. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was expecting, like, when he's saying they're going to have a heap of different traders, like, he would either go to a different place or, like, just create his own.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, off to Hong Kong, eh? Big stuff, big news. I wonder how their horses will start going, because I feel like they've always been. You always see a Godolphin Blue get up there. And
Yeah.
it's interesting when you have a heap of different trainers. Okay, next one. It's from Rang.
Fellas, Rang here. Happy Monday. Hope you all had
How's it
a
going, mate?
good weekend, and it was more entertaining than my Friday night, which consisted of having to go to Bungalow 8 for one of my missus' friends' birthdays. So I work in the city, so there's no point me going home before having to come back. So I was told they'd be getting there around 8:30, so it still means I'm sitting around at work for about 2 hours waiting for them, but I was like, oh, well, it is what it is. They did not get into the city till 9:45, so I'd been sitting at work since about 5 o'clock, fucking waiting for them. And then Aiden Earl, the dog, pulled out. One of the other boyfriends pulled out, so it was just me and one bloke. He left at midnight, and I was there till about 1:45 in the morning, sitting on my own as a Deso driver, watching the cricket on the TV, looking like an absolute serial killer. So, yeah, not the best start to the weekend, but hope yours was better than that.
That's
that just got worse and worse. Because when he's staying at work, I was thinking, fuck, I would have headed to the pub.
Just have a couple of beers. But then obviously Deso driver, that's rough.
You can just imagine him sitting in the middle of it, in the fucking corner, staring at the TV like.
If I was there by myself, old mate's left at 12. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. What do we?
Yeah, the girls would be on the dance floor. You're too sober for that.
Or I'm like fucking playing shit on my phone. Maybe just watch the fucking couch commentators.
That's a good idea for you, Rang. Watch the couch commentators next time.
Yeah, fuck. It's a good old Bungalow 8, eh? Fuck. Many good times there, James. Although we went by ourselves. That's rough. Next time, just invite us. We'll go out, mate. I can't believe Aiden dogged it. Fucking grab.
I can.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Penrith fans and stuff.
Yeah. Lucas, another one from him, mate.
About Hong Kong, Car Rising is officially confirmed for Everest. $1.90 favourite. He will be coming up against the likes of Briasa, of Private Harry, possibly Cool Archie, the JJ Atkins winner from the weekend. We'll go for a spell now, and the trainer has confirmed monstrous offers for an Everest deal, so that will be very interesting. Realistically, if it's dry on the day, guys, Car Rising shows up, wins. How far is the question? If it's wet, that's when it gets a bit interesting. What else do we have horse racing-wise, guys? The last Group 1 of the season was run on the weekend, and War Machine won the Stradbroke handicap by about 2.5 lengths. Very impressive performance. Now, if you guys want to know a good stat, the Golden Eagle each year produces some amazing horses. The Golden Eagle is restricted to 4-year-olds. Just last year's Golden Eagle, you've got winners such as War Machine. You've got Ascoli Pacino, who won a Group 1 over in Japan. You've got Lazat, who won a Group 1 in France. You've got Lake Victoria? Something like that, winning a Group 1 over in England. It's absolutely ridiculous the form this throws out, guys. So, as I said, I will continue.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah, was it Kaying Rising? Fucking that thing is a beast over there. So he might be onto something, but how far, guys? How far?
Or there could be rain dances.
Yeah. I'll be back in Kawasi after I got a win on it. Obviously, if it gets to the Everest, fucking hell. Yeah, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. War Machine, me and Lucas in our chat said, "Nah, we're back at a roughie here. Not gonna win the fucking Stradbroke." Gets the dub, and looked comfortable. Honestly, didn't look like giving any way. Okay, next one. India.
Wanted to get your boys' thoughts on the potential cause of the Air India crash. Me, myself, I have watched every single episode of Air Crash Investigations multiple times, so I do kind of know what I'm talking about.
That plays into the serial killer
either
vibe.
two things. One, both engines failed, which is extremely rare. I think I saw it quoted. There's a 1 in 1 billion chance of both engines failing at takeoff. Or two, that the stupid pilot, instead of lifting up the landing gear, lifted up the flaps for the wings, which meant that the plane had no more lift and just harpooned itself into a building. Also, a bit suspicious of old mate Rajesh that apparently survived the crash. Like, come on, no one else. Apparently, you couldn't even recognize anyone else's bodies, and old mate's fucking survived it. I reckon he's just tried to get a bit of a claim to fame. He's five minutes of fame, get some money out of him. What are your thoughts?
I reckon bloke just missed his flight. Was meant to be on there, but he just missed it.
True. James?
I'll go with the second option. I think it's probably pilot error. Like,
this is the first I'm hearing of it. Honestly, I don't really pay attention to any news.
I hadn't looked into it, especially not as much as Ray has.
I don't watch air crash investigations too often.
Serial killer.
But I did see that a guy apparently survived.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is
actually, I like combining both of yours. I reckon he checked in and just never hopped on the fucking plane. So they thought he was on the plane. He has a ticket that says he's on the plane, and this goes, "Yeah, I was on the plane."
Yeah, like mobile check-in. Then he's accidentally in the toilet when the flight goes.
And then as for it's probably pilot error. Yeah, claim to fame. A pilot error to I don't know, double engine failure would be crazy. But I can't. This is like, like when you just find out more about someone. This is something I did not know, but I'm happy to know.
Out of the comfort shows around, that's an odd one.
Okay, this one is golf, so I think it might get into James's.
And now we come to the golf. So, US Open's wrapped up this morning with JJ Spawn winning with a score of 1 under par. He birdied the 18th for the win with a 66-foot putt, which is about 25 metres. It was pretty mental.
66 foot.
If you haven't seen it. I said earlier in the week that it would likely be someone random winning it, and that's exactly what happened. JJ Spawn was only... last year, considering giving up professional golf due to poor results and injuries and stuff. So awesome to see him get a major. Adam Scott was well and truly in the fight until the final day. He was equal second going into the final day and then shot 8 over par. If he'd shot even par, he would have won by a shot. So disappointing to see that for the Aussie. But a lot of the golfers did not like the place. In Shane Lowry's words, after a club slam, fuck this place. A lot of them don't like not playing in pristine conditions. There was no forgiveness with any shots, really. You had to be bang on, and they're just not used to that anymore. They're used to wide open fairways where they get to sort of have a swing and not be punished. But I enjoyed it personally. What were your thoughts?
I like that it's a different way to play golf, and like if they keep it like that, then it means that like I'm a massive Bryson fan, but his big long drives, you got to be more cautious. I'm surprised there wasn't more people teeing off with an iron and just like trying to keep on the fairway because the fairways were still in outstanding condition. It's just the rough.
Yeah.
So
I loved all the memes that came out of it. Like just all I've seen fucking someone put a fucking bit of the rough on their head and just wore it around. I was like, yeah, that's
Pretty funny.
that's fucked.
the only issue I have with it is it was a long course with some long par threes,
Yeah.
which then happened. The long roughs and stuff could be extra difficult.
I can't remember how long it was, but I remember seeing a video of Bryson teeing up, and he's like, "This is a blah 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 par 3." I'm like, "What?
Yeah,
I'm sorry." I think it was like 300 and some, like 390 yards par 3. And I was like, "Are you what?"
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he could drive
crazy.
onto the green easy,
Yeah,
but still,
that's the
like,
thing. I feel like if you're gonna make the surrounds tricky, I feel like it should be a shorter course.
yeah,
I will say, like, as I think we said it last week, it is. I think it's good, like having someone out of the blue win a major.
yeah,
Beautiful stuff. And then, like the big dogs, obviously, if you're getting fired up, they're not playing the best golf, and it's good. I think if we got to play on shit courses, why can't they eventually play on a couple of shit courses? And it's obviously not going to be every course is like that, so it's just it throws a spanner in the works. I reckon. So I reckon it's good for the game. Okay. Next, it's Lucas. We'll get back into horse
We've
racing.
just been bouncing between them.
Yeah.
Guys, the final thing I wanted to speak on is Royal
Okay.
Ascot is upon us. This week, guys, it'll be something ridiculous, like 10 or 11 Group 1s run at the beautiful Royal Ascot course in England. 3 years ago to the day, today, 3 years ago, Nature Strip went over to England and conquered them and absolutely embarrassed them and stamped himself as the best sprinter since Black Caviar. Aspura looks to go back-to-back in the King's Stand tomorrow night for Australia. She won last year. She's one of our B-grade sprinters, I'd say, but you only need to be a B-grader to beat up on the Pommy sprinters over there. But, guys, there are some fantastic races over there over the next 3 or 4 nights. Make sure you catch up on the Tab app with all of the updates and races there, but it is absolutely worth a watch. Guys, that'll be it for the horse racing tonight. I'm a genius punter. I can't stop winning. See you later.
Oh, well, the genius punter, I don't know about that.
Coming in hot after. Was this his first win in a while? Or
It's his first win in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan beat both of us, to be fair. No, it's great to have him back. And look, some horse racing review is beautiful. I didn't know Royal Ascot was on, so I'll definitely be tuning in for that. Some great races, as he said. Nature Strip, an ex-goat of sprinting in Australia and the world, conquering England. So good stuff. Okay, next one, the cricket.
And now we get to the cricket. Very disappointing to not get the win. It was the same old story from really the past 10 or so years. We just didn't have enough runs in the top order. Our bowlers normally save us. Mitch Stark chimed in with a lot of low order runs, but end of the day, it just wasn't enough to get us over the line. I think we've got to the point with Marnus. He's turned into that old family dog. He's the best dog ever. Used to have so much fun with him. He was reliable, dependable. But now it's got to the point it's blind. It howls during the night and pisses you off. It's just shitting itself on the carpet. So I think we give Marnus the old family dog treatment, take it out into the paddock and put a rifle to its head and say good night. I think we've got to try and get Josh Inglis in there. He looks like he was much better. He performed much better than Marnus did over in Sri Lanka. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we go against the West Indies. We're over there in about 10 days' time, and it'll be without Smudge, most likely. He didn't need surgery, but the bone was poking out of his finger, so I'd be surprised if he plays that.
Yeah, that was fucked. Oh, let's get into the cricket chat, James. Oh,
yeah, let's dive into it.
Fuck me.
Look,
Fucking minus.
yeah.
Oh, take him out.
So obviously, I know not everyone was up till 3:30 every day over the last 4 to 5 days. Yeah, Dan was, but Dan probably wasn't even watching the cricket for half of it.
Mate, I was trying, but fucking Amazon Prime is fucking shit, and it kept freezing and fucking quitting on me. So I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna watch it."
Yeah, South Africa won.
Yeah.
Don't know how it happened. I'm still waiting to
I
wake.
know how it happened. Our fucking batters shit the bed.
It was the weather. Blame the weather.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to wake up. Been thinking that I was gonna wake up from this dream since about Sunday morning, after I stopped watching halfway through the Saturday night when it looked like we were just gonna get pumped. Look, it was rough. It was at the start. It was a game that was going back and forth. We got rolled for 212. Marnus, yeah, scratchy at the top, but still outscored. Kawaja, Green, Head.
Yeah, see a lot of people also wanting, asking why Green was in the team as well. Like, there was a lot of people,
Yeah.
like, instead of Inglis, like,
Yeah, the thing is, like, Inglis has only ever batted like 5, 6. Like, and then, like, Green, this is the first time he's ever opened.
yeah.
And it was in the World Test. Like, that's got to be questioned. Like, obviously, this coaching staff and captain, we've won a lot. We've won everything. But yeah, when you lose, questions are asked. Like, I know we're talking about putting the old dog down, but I think Kawaj is also an old dog that probably has to be put down probably before Marnus.
Yeah.
Take them both out the back, you reckon?
Yeah. And like all of a sudden, we need to find some answers in this West Indies series because we've got the Ashes coming up, and like everything is just a warm up for the Ashes.
Yeah, basically.
At all times.
Yeah.
Sorry, India, you're just a warm up for the Ashes.
Like the pitch just turned into a road.
Yeah, it was
And, like-
always going to get better. And Brandon talked about the weather. We did. Like, this is really whinging shit. The weather did always seem to turn good for him. Like, they
Yeah.
batted in the sunny periods. We got the overcast. But like,
Yeah.
that's just cricket. Like,
Yeah.
you lose it.
We lost the toss, and that's how it ended up falling.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, you just don't know. You just don't know.
I like the thing. One thing that I said to Rang, I said to him, gotta go. Our attack can get movement out of an 80-year-old with ED, but turns out it fucking didn't. 'Cause
Nah.
the pitch.
Paddy
was
C
just
fucking put in a
Yeah,
performance.
so
in the first innings.
Yeah, in South Africa's first innings, Stark is my favourite player. And the reason why he's not the best bowler in the team, he's probably the third best pace bowler in the team by the numbers or anything else. But what he can make you feel when he takes a wicket in the first over of another final, by God,
I can't believe I missed it. I turned it on in the second over. I'm like, you fucking serious? I've already got one out.
A beautiful setup of Markram, who surprise came back to hurt us. But
I watched like a short from the grade cricket. They're like, yeah, the South African team were actually clapping on was it Stark and whoever was in at the end there, because they knew if Stark can fucking like play this well and hit like 50 something, oh, this is gonna be great for us, mate. Yeah, good shot, mate.
Yeah,
good
Stark
shot.
and Hazelwood, yeah.
Macram's absolutely loving it. Like, good work, mate.
This is gonna be great for me later.
So we actually rolled them for 130 odd, like absolutely destroyed them in the first innings. I was walking around with my chest out. I was like, I'm going to stay up every single night watching this.
Walking around with my cock out.
Well, actually, I think at that time I was saying, game's over tomorrow. 3 days.
I'm pretty sure you said, let's send them back in, get them all out.
Yeah, I think we would have been better off.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have actually, if like legally put like
sent them back in.
Yeah, sent them back in. But we would have been better off.
Yeah.
Because
then we would have been batting on the road.
Yeah, because second innings, we struggle again. fuck, out of our top 3, Marnus fucking top scores again with 20. Like, like, like Marnus is copping a lot of shit, but fuck, he got made to look good by the rest of our batting lineup.
He in this first innings, he started to look good. Like
I think he actually looked pretty good. Again, he only ended up with a bit under 40 runs for the test, but
he actually looked
unless
like...
your name was Markram Smith, so there's a few of them. But
like he was actually
big slug in the
good
first
shots
innings.
off the first off the first over that he faced.
He was proactive. Look, I know Marnus, he's not giving the returns we want, but I still stand by him. I think there's problems. Like I generally think Kawaj's swan song was Sri Lanka last year because he looked out of class.
I honestly think he's gone after the Ashes. Like he'll
I don't know if he makes
if he makes the Ashes, he will either retire or he'll get dropped.
But like Warner, there was talks about like why does he get to go out on his own terms? Like,
yeah,
Kawaj is not the player that Warner was.
Yeah.
But and look, this is just what losing does. You start asking questions. If we win this, even if they all failed, we still wouldn't be
They're
as
the
concerned.
best in the world. Yeah. I did see comments as well about like, is one game too short to decide the world test champion?
But that's what's so hype about it, is that it is one game. They give an extra 6 days, so there's so they're going to be a result.
Like if you do a 3-day a 3 test series, it's just like, oh yeah, we lost this one, we can win the next 2.
Yeah.
Look,
but to decide who's the best in the world, just one game.
Yeah.
So as the story continued, we were lucky to end up scoring 200 or so, thanks to some innings by Carey, who scored 40 odd, and then Stark that got a nice 60 odd. But as Brendan said, it was getting scarier the easier it looked for him to score runs and control where the ball was going, because it was flattening out. It was sunny. The ball wasn't doing much off the deck anymore. All of a sudden, it was a different pitch. How did they change the pitch? That's what we need to investigate. How did South Africa cheat this? Yeah.
It was England. They did it.
But then, it was all over on that day 3, because all of a sudden Markram was looking comfortable. Bavuma came in. He was proactive. Like, Stark did get an early wicket, because that Stark, as I said, he makes you feel things that is why you watch cricket.
Feel things in your pants. Yeah. That's what James saying.
He gives an 80-year-old with ED movement.
That unfortunately, we just couldn't get him out. And then, unfortunately, it was again Stark bowling. It was the only bowler to turn up in the second innings. Like, Cummins was unbelievable in the first. But
was it like 6 for 27 or something?
I've sort of skipped over a bit of our first innings, how good some players played. Like, Cummins was outstanding with the ball. Slug coming in late was great. Smith still in top form. But I've probably dismissed a lot of it because we just didn't win. So
if we won, we would have been ready for an hour.
Scores an outstanding century to lead South Africa, and I'll be honest, I didn't even watch it. I was so distraught.
I was crying in the corner.
I watched his 50 odd the day before, and
once the pitch started turning into a road, I was just like, there is no point. There's no point watching this. We're gonna lose. It's just over.
Yeah, it was rough. It's rough when we big noted ourselves probably what was it, 5 months ago, or like 4 months or 3 months when we were on our last, and we're just going, oh yeah, we're gonna verse South Africa, we're gonna fucking pump these losers.
Yeah,
verse no one. Yeah,
and they had, but look, there is the trouble of when this is timed, like. It's timed straight after the IPL. No team plays fucking any test matches in that time because they know their players will then have to make a decision. So South Africa actually withdrew their players with a month to go in the IPL and focused on this, and we didn't. It's not like we've got a lot of players in the IPL. If anything, South Africa might have more.
It was only really our bowlers that were.
Yeah, our
right?
bowlers, Travis Head, and
Green.
no, Green wasn't
Oh,
there.
yeah,
He's
'cause
coming
he's-
back from injury.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that was really it. So it just sucks. But now we can't. Well, look, I think we're still ranked 1 in the world.
Probably.
But as far as the World Test Championship, we can't claim that we're the best team in the world again.
Damn. In our hearts, we are.
In our hearts,
In a
we
moral
are.
victory, I'm pretty sure we won. So
Yeah, and then so continuing on the put Marnus out the back and shoot him, and the talks
The old
that I brought
dog.
up of Kawaja. Yeah, there's going to be changes in this team. Either immediately in this West Indies tour, Smudge getting injured almost helps. Like,
Yeah.
because then Green goes back to 4. You bring in Constas. As you said, Inglis sort of does need to get in there. Where does he go in?
Here, boy. Here, Marnus. Here, was he coming
Yeah,
around here,
that's-
boy?
That's the thing. Does he go in for Marnus?
I think Constas will probably open if he gets in there.
Yeah, same. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't know what the batting lineup looks like. I also realised earlier I said Cam Green had never opened. He still hasn't, but he's never batted free.
Yeah.
That was his first time doing that. Although especially Kawaja's first innings, a 20-ball duck.
24 ducks, great.
Yeah, it was a little bit late that Green came out, but he still pretty much had to open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just horrible from our top order. Like Smudge, only top order batsman to score runs. Like other than that, it was our all rounder and keeper scoring. It leaves a lot of spots open under pressure. There is questions about like how did was it the smart decision to just walk Green straight back in?
Yeah.
Like his signs were all right, but he was playing county twos. It's sort of hard to tell
Yeah.
what that actually means.
This West Indies series will be a good like warm up for him to get back into the swing of fucking Test cricket.
Yeah, well, we've got to find the answers. I think it's a free Test series against the West Indies. Might be 4, but I haven't looked into it too much. I was pretty focused on this, to be honest. We need to find the answers because Ashes at the end of the year, England are a pretty good team. And not just what I was joking about South Africa being a pretty good team, because obviously they were. Cokehead Rabada ran straight for us.
That's why we got the moral victory, because they had someone who's on coke. So
Well, I think it was I think Big Doss may have even in the commentary said Rabada's been charging it.
He's been
Good
beaming
one.
it.
Charging into those bathrooms to fucking have a line.
But England's very good team, and yeah, if we need to get our shit sorted because we got to win at every single
Yeah.
game.
5-0, fuck off.
We will never lose again until the next World Test Championship and win it.
We can't accept anything else. So
Yeah.
if you're listening, Australian cricket players, we don't want to have to do what we're going to do to Bartis and Uzi to you. So, but it's not winning.
Pat, I've seen something before, and it was like Pat has come out and said that this could be like a little like roster reshuffle, like we've kind of been talking about. Like, could be new people coming in. Like,
Oh, it will, and it has to. Like, it's easy for everyone to keep their jobs, like when they're not performing. If you keep
Yeah.
winning, and that's what this team's done for the last 5 years or something. Like,
yeah,
One person will like fucking have a blinder while other people are just underperforming.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
yeah, like Travis Head come in and save us, or like Smudge, or it used to be Marnus. Like Kawaja's done it before. Warner's
Yeah.
stepped up when needed. Like someone just always did it. It was I can't remember the last game where everyone just scored a nice fucking 50 and all of a sudden you end up with 500.
yeah. You've got a well-rounded fucking
Yeah.
batting order.
Said no one did it this game, and
Yeah.
it shows.
Like, there's always someone scoring 100 or 150. Like, yeah, it's just
We've been winning with totals of like 200.
yeah,
Like that's like even going into that last innings, you're still sort of confident going, fucking bowling attack will do it, but just couldn't.
Tough.
Tough. Sorry, this cricket chat's been a bit all over the place, but that's the feeling of the Australian cricket fan, team, captain, coach. It's just all over the place.
We still love you, though.
We love yous.
But if you ever fucking lose again, you will all get dog walked out the back with a shotgun.
If you don't bring that golden lollipop home ever again, we will fucking kill you all.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
That's that.
Great
That's
stuff.
cricket.
That's cricket. That's cricket.
Collateral them, just fucking light them all up.
Good stuff. Thank you, Reg. Thank you, James. Thank you, Dan.
Title of the podcast, bring him out the back.
Yeah.
Dog walked their asses.
Good stuff as always. Right now, actually, I have something to bring up to the fans, the listeners at home. If you've got through this podcast to this point,
And like you just got through that cricket
you
chat
got through
as
the
well.
cricket chat, you've got through everything, I'm doing a little giveaway. So first person to comment on the YouTube video, Stubby, wins a Stubby of your choice, black or white, up to you. And DM Dan your info and we'll send one out to you. But first in, best dressed, guys. So look forward to that. Anything else for the podcast, guys?
Nah.
Okay, well, good stuff as always. Follow the social medias, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. Yeah.